Hey guys, welcome back to another reaction video. Today we are back with some more RWBY. After a pretty long time, we are actually back. I am very not scared to watch this finale, this epilogue, but more just like, okay, we actually got another piece of RWBY, content, and I know that there's another like smaller series a small series that's gonna come that's taking place like in between volume 9 and volume 10, and also like while Ruby and John were in the Ever After. So that's also really good. But like, I don't know, it's something. Feels different. It feels like this is like, okay, here's the final piece of the story for a pretty long time, if not forever. And it's like when you're binging a show and you finally reach the final episode. You finally reach like the last 10 episodes. At least for me, I really like stay away from it as much as possible. I find myself like not wanting to watch them until like it's like 2-3 months later. I'm like, okay, I gotta finish this series. But like, yeah, it's honestly, it's pretty emotional. I was rewatching the finale of volume 9. Or the original finale, I guess, and I started getting a little emotional when they started playing the the music at the end. Like, what was it again? This Will Be the Day. And the group were looking out at Vacuo and all of the ships that have come to help defeat Salem. It's pretty. I think volume 10, whatever they were planning, because of just the scale of it, I have a feeling that it could have been, or it will be, really big, or at least it'll be very emotional, because a lot of things are coming to a head. And that's just a shame that there's a possibility that that's where the show is going to end. And even if it does come back, there are a lot of people, no doubt, that worked on it for so long that won't get to finish it. They reach this point and it's like, okay, we're really close to the end now. And even if the show comes back, there's a chance either that they don't get rehired, or they already found other work and they can't do both at the same time. Or I don't know, they lost their love for animation or whatever. Like, it's not going to be the same, I have a feeling. I do hope the show comes back though, because for one thing, like, I still want to make videos about it. I have like theories and discussions that I want to make, that I will continue to make. I actually just finished recording a volume 10 theory video a few days ago that I have to like edit and stuff like that. But I still want to release that, and I still want to release other RWBY videos, because it's such a big series in my life that I started watching, I believe, in 2016 when while volume 3 was going on. I was binging the show. By the time I caught up, volume 3 was over. So like, for all those years I've been watching RWBY, every year RWBY coming out. So it's a show that I want to see finish, because there's just, even with the faults that it has, it's still a show that can just, I don't know what it does. It sucks you in with the characters and the world and the animation that just keeps getting better and better every volume. The fight scenes that keep getting better and better every volume. Just remember how we started back in volume 4 after Monty's tragic passing. The fight scenes just weren't the same. A lot of people were just falling out of love of it, and like, the creators were still making the show despite looking at something that reminds them of their friend every day. Like, that is absolutely insane. And to see where they brought that now, like, you see the things that they do with lighting and the camera work and the fight scenes. Ruby's fight scene with the Curious Cat was absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? It's like, I can feel my face and my body like swelling up and stuff. So I'm trying not to go crazy here, but like, I feel like, have, in my opinion, honored Monty's memory. And I know it doesn't mean anything, but like, I'm incredibly proud of every single one of them. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be a different format. This isn't going to be like finished animation or anything like that. I wonder if it's going to be voice acted. I wonder how it's going to look. It's probably going to look like similar to like those not unfinished, but like those animations that people make, like fan animations that people make for things like songs and like plays and stuff like that. So I think it's gonna look similar to that. Don't know what they're gonna cover. I think since this is technically still the finale of Volume 9, there might be like some reflection on what happened in the Ever After between the team. Obviously, we're gonna be seeing a lot of hellos, a lot of reunions, a lot of tearful reunions, I'm sure. So like I think that's something that we're gonna look forward to. I don't know, and probably some hints towards what they could do in Volume 10. So in a way, this is sort of like a marketing thing. Like, hey, you want to see more? Show your love for RWBY, so people are like, you know, willing to buy this series, and we can continue. You know, so it's pretty smart what they're doing here. 15 minutes. This is about the length of an actual episode of RWBY. So I'm ready to get into it. So let's not waste any more time. Before I get started, just want to say thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys end up enjoying this video, then you can like the video, comment, subscribe. All those things really help me out, and something let you guys know when I upload next. So yeah, let's not waste any more time and get on with the episode.
Hey everybody, I'm Carrie.
I'm Eddie.
And
oh,
this is
shoot.
something to show you. This is the original ending for Volume 9. It was going to be the 12th episode that we had to cut for budget and asset reasons, but
budget.
we thought, hey, let's share it with you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We'll see some version of this in Volume 10. It won't be 1-to-1, but it'll be something kind of like.
I was questioning this. I was wondering. I love how he's talking like, hey, you know what? You'll see this, and you'll see a version of this in Volume 10. Feels very definite. I like that. Love that optimism, positive thinking. But yeah, I was wondering if they were gonna maybe cut this part out and just like do a time skip into when Volume 10 happens, and if we were just gonna cut and see the team in their new outfits and be very adjusted to Vacuo or not. But it looks like when Volume 10 happens, they're gonna just do this again, but like maybe a different version. You know, so interesting.
Yeah. Some brief context before you watch it. Chapter 11 of Volume 9 originally ended with the gang getting back to Remnant. They were looking at their own gravestone, and there was a little bit of a
Jesus
cliffhanger.
Christ.
Someone appeared and walked up to them.
Raven,
that comes back into play in the animatic.
And this is in no way polished.
Oh, okay.
We
Interesting.
didn't
So
animate
Volume
it.
11 was gonna end at home.
With you. We still really love the end message of it and the way that it caps off Volume 9. So
Really 7, 8, and 9.
at 7, 8, and 9. Yeah. So
Yeah,
thank you for
jeez,
watching.
that's the whole
Appreciate
arc.
it, and hope to see you again soon.
All right, let's do it.
We buried our friends today. I mean, you can't really bury someone that isn't there.
Oh, Nora.
We
Hey.
could do something. We
Jeez.
needed to move on.
Whew. Is that Nora's voice actress?
Putting the memorial at the gate site was Ren's idea.
Oh.
I think everyone lost something that day.
They really thought they were gone. Oh, yeah, and this fucking happened. Natural selection. Winter! Oh my god. Just the anger. Just letting it out. And Maiden in mourning. Oh my god. These things are fucking resilient. Jesus Christ. Team Coffee? Holy shit! Look at him.
When the sandstorm cleared, we saw Ambrose.
And Sun! And Neptune!
We were just outside the city.
Hurry to the city!
Uh-oh. Nora, run! Oh!
Attacked the city for days.
A sandworm.
Things have calmed down since then. But there's still something worrying me.
The last thing we need is a kingdom of orphans.
It's not our
Are you
fault.
throwing shit?
No one came to help us when we needed it.
We've had our own problems.
Our own
The world
problem.
doesn't revolve around Atlas.
What's wrong with orphans?
Oh, that's personal to Nora.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Don't throw shit at
I want
kids.
to go home.
Aw. And this, I bet you that's like a Mantle kid too. Like,
What if we're all just too...
oh man. Oh no. I hope she's not self-conscious about that.
You always believed things would work out. All the way up until the moment they didn't.
Damn, I'm sure this is gonna look impressive. Vacuole up close.
Husband has no explanation of what might have happened to you, your team, Jean. Oz is fighting our merger just as hard as I am.
Ooh. They're both fighting. That's crazy. Like nobody's in control of this.
We are in unforeseen territory now.
Ravager Grim. Oh. Ravager Grim flying in the distance near fire. Also, Winter flying in like Superwoman. Goddamn. Supergirl. Already, I feel like I need to remake. I need to remake the video I made. Because it's like we're getting all this new information now. It's like, okay. All this stuff that could be covered in Volume 10.
Territory now. Everyone worries the next Grim assault will be the last. Too many people to take care of.
That's cool.
Too many emotions. And dwindling time.
Vacuole, where are all your fucking students?
Saw people for who they really were. Some of us don't know anymore.
Oh my god, Oscar's eyes are glowing in this shot. Sunrise turning to nighttime. Damn. I want to see that.
How did you do it, John?
Ren.
How did you go from the boy at Beacon to the leader at Atlas? When you lost so much in between.
I thought they were going to do a flashback for a second. I was like, damn, I'm doing a lot. But I guess Ren is trying to be a leader here. He just doesn't know where to start.
Hey, I was going to try and cook some dinner for the gang, if you want to stick around.
Oh.
Nora and Velvet.
Really
that's
sweet,
interesting.
But I told Velvet I'd help her get more supplies out to the edge settlements. Would feel bad eating before those guys, you know.
What was that again?
But I told Velvet I'd help her get more supplies out to the edge settlements.
The edge settlements. Is that where Mantle and Atlas guys are?
Don't even worry about it. You just keep up the great work. Let me know if I can help.
You got it.
I mean, you could ask if you can go with her, right?
Nora, she's putting the world on her shoulders, and Oscar just isn't himself.
God, yeah. Ren is trying to figure out like how
I
to.
never realized how much you did to hold us together.
Hope you two are well. Ren is trying to hold this whole team together, but it's a pretty dark times.
I was just about to.
What happened?
Who are they?
Mercury? Oh shit! Are we getting new villains?
Are they?
Oh, there's Tyrion and Mercury. One of them looks unsure about this whole. Oh no, never mind. She's a smiling. But yeah, there are two new people. Uh-oh. I was wondering if they're gonna introduce new villains now that since we're down to like 3 people left. No place for royalty. Uh-oh. They're gonna be some Vacuole villains. I mean, I do imagine there are gonna be some people who are like, oh, these Atlas people are fucking crowding up our whole shit. And similar to us, they're not gonna know, or maybe they're not gonna care that like it's not just Atlas. There's a whole other group called Mantle who have been like shit on by actual Atlesians for years, but they might not know Atlas that much. Like similar to how we came in and we were like, oh, okay, I thought it was just Atlas. No, there's a whole thing going down on the ground, So yeah, like I'm guessing they look at this and just go
Were damaged too,
Atlas.
but she's able to recover by preying on those filled with fear and anger. A lot in Atlas. Salem's forces were damaged too, but she's able to recover by preying on those filled with fear and anger.
Yeah, trust me, she's not mourning shit.
We have to overcome them.
The whole city's like that. Damn, no wonder so many
Finally
grim.
accepted you aren't coming back.
We have Sun, Coffee, Meh. What the heck is Meh? There's Whitley and Willow. Eoner, I don't know who that is. At least I can't think of it right now. Crow, maybe? Crow for Q? I don't even know, man.
I finally accepted you aren't coming back.
How long has it been to accept
That
that?
should have been me. Not you.
Tears
Not
on
Penny.
Nora's face.
Me. I was the one
Crow,
who stayed
yeah,
at Ironwood
and
Side
Robin.
for far too long. Penny is gone. Forever.
Atlas, get out. Long live the crown. The crown? What crown? She's just flying around. She really is like Superman.
The Winter Maiden,
Ah.
Mishni.
What's happened?
When Salem left Atlas, she came to Vale. And now there's nothing left.
I thought there was nothing left already.
Gone.
What?
Trying to find help.
Oh,
Civilian retreat.
Jesus.
Gone. Try. Nothing left.
Okay, I thought Vale was gone already. But it looks like she went back. She double dipped. She went back for seconds. I guess she was trying to find the vault again.
Where's Glinda?
But this time she had like a second wind.
Find help. We led the civilian retreat, brought as many people with us as we could, and this is the only place we could think to go.
Yeah, some shit's going on. Damn. Just so much. It's getting claustrophobic. Like,
You're the one who believed in
it's really bad out here.
who had faith they could be good.
God, and I also have to rewrite my whole shit because I thought because one of the biggest things I thought was Glinda was gonna be there. She would be like the representative for Vale. Winter's gonna be there. She's gonna be representative for Atlas. Theodore would be the representative. I think it's Theodore, right? The representative of Vacuo, and then after that, you'd have maybe somebody new acting as the one for Haven. But nope.
Whitley, Mother, they've worked hard to make amends. To fit in.
I don't need your shit.
One step at a time.
Hard work will change where we find ourselves now.
Filthy schneeze! Not so high and mighty now, are you? What's it like living at our level?
I'm sorry.
We're leaving. Okay?
At this point, like, I get it. You get your chance to go like, haha! You know? And I'm sure the Schnees did something to you, so, you know, it's understandable. But it's like, at this moment, it's like, come on. We're all in the same shit sandwich right now. Let's just try and, like you said, they are at your level. And I don't know if you've heard, but Jacques is gone. So it's like, I'm not saying, oh, they've lost some people, you've lost some people, but it's like, let's just move on, focus on what the heck is going on right now.
Let's just leave.
What do you do when there's no hope left?
Oh. I don't know who that guy was next to Morrow. Or Marrow.
You would know what to do, sister.
But wow, some people are just like, I'm out of here. Where are you gonna go? I wouldn't go out there. Freaking sandworms.
The Schnee name. You and your friends, you did everything you could to save the world. You would be so.
I like how they're focusing on this. It's such a dark thing. Like,
You really should cover up.
getting a whole episode focused on
I
this.
won't hide forever.
Dad, I mean Klein.
Maybe it's for the best.
Don't
that you
come
didn't have
back.
to see this waste.
You can't think like that. The only way to fix this is if you guys are all here. But obviously she thinks she's dead, so.
Optimistic about things. Go figure.
Optimistic. Ooh, a crow?
Wrong. It's bad. In fact, it's probably never been worse.
Crow looks like he's having a gay old time.
And yet, you can still see the good in small things.
Yes. Working together. I like, it's crazy how it's like we're seeing the positive perspective through Crow of all people. Like, jeez.
Like an oasis in the desert.
Like, this was all happening.
It's
Nice.
all a matter of perspective.
Just like with I can't even remember his name right now.
Friend taught me that.
Oh my god, that's so sweet. But like, yeah, like I was saying, like all of this is happening, but nobody's able to see that right now. Uh-oh. Except Crow.
What was so important that I needed to come all the way down here?
You can't spend all your time taking meetings in shade.
Meetings, huh?
Come on.
Maybe like battle preparations? Aww.
Things might be bad, but my biggest regret is that none of you are here to see the good that you started.
Yeah, let's go! She brought him. She brought him. I'd have a heart attack. I'd have a fucking heart attack. No, I wouldn't be smiling. I'd be happy, but I wouldn't be smiling. I'd be on the ground. Oh my.
How?
You sent a message. And the world answered.
Hey, Crow, are you coming to the meeting or? Hey, everyone.
Yo, what the fuck? I'm feeling all buzzy inside. Holy shit. Oh my god, look, it's Vacuo, or fuck, it's what, Shade Academy, or is this Vacuo? I don't even know anymore. Oh man, look at that. Remember her message. It's like I watched a goddamn episode right there. I did watch an episode. That was it. That was the ending of fucking Volume 9 right there. Well, I guess now it's gonna be the beginning of Volume 10. Oh my god, so many things preparing us for Volume 10, so many things. I guess it wasn't much of a reflection on Volume 9, but it was very much what's the other side doing right now. And I was very interested. Like, I liked the setting there. Holy shit, you know? A lot happened. It was like RWBY's darkest days. I don't know why, but it reminded me of like a show or something where something similar happened. Like I forgot what, but like it showed it was just a really dark episode. Everybody was so gloomy. It was like, oh my god, it was real bad. You know, like the show wanted to tell you it was real bad, and it was real bad. I forgot what it was. I forgot what characters or what the fuck was going on, but just like reminds me of that. And that's what we felt here. It's like so gloomy, so sad. Like everybody was mourning while also dealing with Vacuo, which is like one of the most harshest places in the world, and just dealing with so much. But god damn, was that good. And like it's the little things too, how the people of Mantle were feeling towards the Shnees. Whoever made that art of Ruby, remembering the message, not sort of like glorifying her and like and making her like a goddess, but like it's not like they were making a religion out of her, but like they wanted people to remember what she was saying. And I gotta go back because I don't remember what she was saying. Something about coming together, you know? But like, she was the face of that. And people are now she's gonna be everywhere. I do wonder, does this mean that she's gonna be glorified? Are they gonna look at her either as somebody who was like, all right, we're all here. Now what? What do we do now? Or are they gonna be like, our goddess, our silver-eyed goddess, please give us your blessing. What do we do now? You know, like it's I think now Ruby's image is going to be changed because she is the face of this. She even though she technically didn't start this, to the people she started this. So now they're going to be looking to her, which I think is really interesting. But there's a whole bunch of other stuff that happened in this episode. For starters, the funeral with Ruby, having everybody for Ruby and John, having everybody there, and I liked how there was a segment for everybody, and it started with Nora. The way that voice actress screamed, Nora's voice actress is so good. I remember when they showed a behind the scenes of her when she was talking to Ren in Volume 8, and I was just like, she is so good. And that scream, oh my god, like it felt like she just let her whole weight just drop, and you felt that, and that was so powerful. So you have like everybody mourning, everybody there, and it's just sort of like after Volume 9, not saying Volume 9 was a cakewalk for everybody, but after like the mystical world of Volume 9 and everything like that, I feel like this episode, the beginning of it would have just dropped you right back to earth. It's like, oh shit, all right, we're back in Remnant, you know? And this is the current state of things. Everybody mourning the death of Ruby and Jean, and yeah, just absolutely insane. And then after that, getting to meet Team Coffee again, Team Sun. I'm hoping when Volume 10 happens, they'll be in their new outfits, or maybe they'll save that for like the next episode when everybody's in their new outfits. But yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. And then immediately you have something I imagine would happen is because of how many people are coming, it's both Mantle and Atlas, you have the people of Vacuo being like, fuck you, yeah, we're not gonna let you in here. Plus I imagine Atlas is once again being seen as like, you know, as the higher ups, so it's like, fuck you, you treated us like shit, even though Mantle is the one that got the brunt of it, but they're being treated like they're Atlesians, you know. But it's really interesting how one of the Vacuan people like were like, hey, we have our own problems, that's the way we couldn't come and help you. When first of all, somebody said like nobody came to us when we needed them. It's like, there's no way they would have gotten to you in 2 days. It's just not something that was gonna happen. But then Vacuo was like, one of them said that we have our own problems. I wonder if that's a problem that's gonna be addressed, or if it's just like the overall problems of being in Vacuo, you know. It's like, hey, we're just trying to survive out here. And yeah, so I'm wondering if that's another setup, like, oh, is a natural disaster happening maybe, or are villains like crazy on the loose right now, like what's going on? And I wonder if this is going to tackle that. We'll talk more about the villains because they actually got a spotlight here, which is something I wasn't expecting. I imagine that they would already be in Vacuo because they left like mid Volume 8, but I was not expecting it to be, I guess I wasn't expecting to see them in the finale of Volume 9. But yeah, being known as the Kingdom of Orphans, that's gotta be fucking rough. Like, it just, all those like signs that Weiss was feeling, like those people are feeling now. They all lost their homes. The children who are like, I want to go home, and it's like, no, there ain't no home left to go to right now. And if they ever do recreate Atlas, it's probably gonna be when you're an old man or at least like a grown adult, you know. So yeah, this is such a change for everyone, and I think this will create a lot of tension as well, because everything is so unfamiliar. Everybody's gonna have to adjust, including the vacuum people. So it's gonna be a volume filled with tension. I feel like that's gonna be one of the main things. If this episode is anything to go by, I feel like this might only be a taste. You know, RWBY and everybody else is gonna be back, and they're gonna be like, oh shit, this is actually really depressing. You know, they're gonna really feel it just like we felt it. Little things as well, for Nora's part, we did get a little bit of with her scar. We saw that one of Team Funky's, Neon Cat, she looked at Nora's scars, probably surprised to see them, and Nora felt very self-conscious about that. I don't think they're gonna have a whole freaking section focused on that, but they might fuse that into another storyline, you know, whether that be with her and Ren, which is something I'm hoping that won't happen. I'm hoping more it will be a storyline that maybe her and Ren are involved in, but it's mostly focused on somebody on Team RWBY. And they get and she shows that discomfort, she shows that insecurity, and maybe one of Team RWBY or Ren is there to help her. I know it's the little shipper mind in me that I gotta, but seeing her with Velvet, I'm like, oh, I wonder if maybe they got something going on here. They didn't say one fucking word to each other, and I was already thinking that, like, it's just, I don't know, it's fucking clockwork at this point. It's like, of course, what do you expect? But yeah, it's just, I definitely think they're gonna focus on that a little bit in Volume 10. Personally, I just hope that they don't focus on it too much, you know. But they're definitely putting Nora very much in the front lately. Like, I think since Volume 7, she's been getting a more prominent role, defending Mantle, seeing her feelings with Ren in Volume 8, and getting that nice speech in Volume 8 as well, and then starting off this episode with her. I honestly wouldn't have been surprised if this whole episode was being narrated by her, just because of how much focus was being put on her. So yeah, and then after we move on to Oscar, I almost said Oz and Oscar, but it was just Oscar, and we see that he is going through it too. He and Oz are trying to stop the fusing process, the melding of minds process, and it's pretty interesting how even Oscar, Ozma, the one who's like the head mind of it all, is like, he's trying to like stay away, but like the curse is the thing that's like stopping him from doing that. So it's, I remember like back in like Volume 5, I was like, Ozma, you fucking monster, you gotta stop, all right, leave this kid alone. But like, there really is nothing that he can do. And we're seeing, there were a lot of shots in this episode that did make Oscar feel older than he was, like a lot of like shots with him and his cane and stuff like that. That I find that interesting. Like he, as we know, he's growing a lot of Ozpin's mannerisms. But yeah, we also see him trying to find answers as to why or what might have happened to Team RWBY. Because as far as they know, the portal just stopped working, and yeah, Ozpin has absolutely no idea. I think even if he was Alex's brother, he still wouldn't really know, because we don't know how they got into the Ever After. Once again, all they know is everybody fell, and then that's about it, because of Winter. But that doesn't mean that, they probably went into the Ever After. But obviously, we don't even know if Ozma is Lewis. So I think, if anything, that will be answered in Volume 10. If Ozma goes, oh yeah, I remember my days there, or like, oh hey John, you finally caught up with me. Now we both know the truth. Or is he just gonna be like, I don't fucking know. I think it would be kind of funny if one of like Team RWBY, I know it's gonna be a very serious volume, but I think it would be kind of funny if one of Team RWBY, like maybe Yang would be like, it's Lewis, you, like, be honest, like I'm half suspecting it, you know. And then Oscar is just like, I swear it has nothing to do with Ozma, and she's just like, sure. But you know, just a little levity, and what I'm sure is going to be a very tense volume. But yeah, we also we move on to Ren, and we see that Ren is, reflecting on Jean's progress, how he started from nothing and became this leader, how he started from this whiny little boy who didn't want help from no one, who wanted to do things himself, and then, he grew up and, accepted help and became a really good leader. If you remember in Volume 8, that was like his best self. And I guess he's trying to figure out how he can get there from where he is, and just try and be that hold for the group. And he's like, everybody's either busy, just like not in the mood for it, and everybody's depressed, and he's trying to be there, but he's finding it very, very hard. And something that Nora mentions is the Edge settlements. I'm wondering if that's where Mantle and Atlas are going to be. We got to see a little bit of their camp, and we saw that they were both living. I think we only saw Mantle people, but I imagine Atlesians who can't afford to fly off to their haven vacation home and had to be stuck in Vacuo. I imagine those people are living there as well. Even though I imagine there would be some Atlesians that like pay people to let them live in their house, but the majority of Atlesians are probably living with Mantle people, and I imagine that's where they are, the Edge settlements. They're working through it. We saw that with we see that I think with Ren and Crow, and they're just trying to work things out. But we'll get into that when we get into Winter's thing. But it's not working out as well as obviously people would want. We also see Yashiharu and Ren looking at a security footage of Mercury and Tyrion breaking some people out. I don't know if those two people specifically are going to be like main villains or something like that, and they're going to have their own semblances, their own interesting weapons, their own interesting outfits, or if this is like the show going, there's a group of people that Tyrion and Mercury are breaking out, and they're going to be sort of like the grunts of Volume 10, that's a possibility as well. And it seems like these people are also against Haven and Mantle working or being in Vacuo, and it sucks because Mantle has already been through so much, and now they're going to be like in more shit, and it's like, oh my god. But that's seemingly going to be a very interesting plot in Volume 10. Now, it's not just like, regular citizens of Vacuo. There are actually like, scary people who want to get rid of the people from Atlas and Mantle. No place for royalty. So, like I said, I think a lot of people are going to be looking at Mantle and going like, hey, you're probably part of Atlas as well. Fuck you. We're going to kill you. I don't know. But I forgot how the war went, but I'm pretty sure Atlas and Haven, or whatever the kingdom is called, they were kind of squeezing Vacuo. So I imagine there's some bad blood there for sure. And then after that we have Winter's guilt. Winter gets a narration as well. She's talking. She says some heavy stuff going down, even saying things like, "I think it's better that you didn't come back," which obviously isn't the mindset that you want to have. But she already thinks they're gone, and I think this is part of her trying to move on, thinking like there is no chance for them to come back. We see her I think she's trying to drown herself in saving people in order to kind of like not think about it, because I think she was probably the most closest to Weiss, and she saw something in Weiss that she couldn't see in herself, and that was like true heroism. Like I think she even said in this that like Weiss is the person that like is the good in the Schnee name. She's the one that could truly make the Schnees put back into the light again, the good light, the light that their grandfather put them in to begin with. And that was something that I was thinking would happen in Volume 10. Like Weiss would do something that would start to put the Schnee name back on track. Yeah, like Winter is like, she's trying to, but like even with like she's doing a lot. She's flying around like Superman, and she thinks that even that is not enough. She thinks that like she's just not in the right mindset for it. We learn also from Winter's part that Vale was attacked after Atlas. I thought Vale was already gone, but it looks like Salem was like feeling giddy and was like, hey, you know what? I'll give it another try. Try and find the vault. I doubt she found it, but she definitely caused more destruction. I thought Glinda would be in volume 10, but I guess not. They're really saving her for when Vale comes, I imagine. But yeah, so it's not looking good over there at all. That's one of the reasons why I want RWBY to come back. Is like I'm really excited to see how Vale is doing after all this time. I definitely think like Vale is gonna be the end kingdom after all of this, because that's where we first started, and that's where I imagine the last relic is. To hear that it got destroyed even more, I wonder how. I mean, what is it gonna possibly look like now? And then we end it all with Crow's part, and like I said while watching the episode, it's just really interesting how he's the one with the optimistic view. He's the one with the positive view. Like he's seeing the stuff that's happening, but the others just can't see it. And it could have to do with his experience. It could have to do with losing so many people, and mixing that with what he learned from the kids, how they're able to move on, how they're able to move forward. He's not completely over it, obviously. Like you see him when he sees RWBY tearing up. Like it's still sad for him, but he's seeing all the good that RWBY's doing, and RWBY did, I mean. And I think that's good, because it's like, hey, she did do all of this stuff, so it's good to recognize it, not just the bad stuff. So I'm glad that they put that in this as well. This isn't just, you know, edgy, this is what's happening, vacuo, like, you know, shit. It's like, no, there's some levity as well, and I'm glad that they put that in there, because it's like, okay, look, we are moving forward. It's just, it's a really, really hard time, which is something that he mentions as well. But yeah, I'm glad that they showed that. They showed that happiness in a way. And then him getting to see RWBY again, Team RWBY, and John and everybody, and then everybody else coming in as well. Like, what a fucking, like, it's so sudden too. Raven, Jesus Christ. she bringing them in like Raven would, like, you know, no words, just being like, here you go. it's wow. But yeah, wow, what a fucking end. It was an episode. This was an episode. I wrote down more than I thought it was going to write, but like I'm 48 minutes in. What the fuck? It's been a while since I ended a reaction like that, man. Like, Jesus Christ. I think Miraculous and RWBY are the only ones that will get me to talk this much. Not even Kamen Rider, and I fucking love Kamen Rider. That is all I gotta say. I'm done talking. I still have to react to something else, a fucking Doctor Who trailer. So I'm gonna save my voice. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys next time. Stick around for more RWBY content, because the show is not over, in my opinion. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys. Until then,